All right, so this is my ad here for the causes group. Right, so you see yeast infection causes, learn the causes of yeast infection and prevent future yeast infections. Right, so I figured that the reason why women are or people that have yeast infections are looking for the causes is because they want to prevent any future yeast infections. So I put that, and as you can tell, my CTR is pretty healthy. My group total is almost 8%, and my position is pretty high, right? 2.5. Cost per click is 17 cents, which is not bad. Right. So this is one of them. I can show you the others, although um, I mean the reason the way I set up this campaign is I did a free and redirect that links directly to the merchants. I did that for a few reasons. One is I wanted to quickly test the market and see what happens. Instead of wasting my time on building, a little landing page and try to hit the right buttons and so on, and doing the research necessary. Two, I wanted to prove the point of how easy it is to do this, to make this happen. Three, I didn't have much time at all. I did this in a rush, and so I wanted to get something quick and dirty. And the reason why I did a frame redirect as opposed to a normal redirect is because I didn't want to check whether there's competition advertising for the same merchant or not, and so I wanted to maintain my own URL down here. And so this is against the TOS of Google. And so I got caught for a few of my ads. Actually, they caught me on something else, not the frame redirect portion. They caught me on the fact that the merchant has a sign-up list on her page. One of those Aweber forms. Sign up here to get this. And so Google didn't seem to like that very much. So they disabled my other ad groups here: men, natural cure, and symptoms. So I currently have three of my original ones running: causes, recurrence, and vaginal. Right, if you take a look at the recurrent one. Alright, so here's what it looks like. My CTR here is lower than the other one. It's 5%, so it can use some help. Let's see what I came up with here. Recurring yeast infection, enough is enough. Stop recurring yeast infections before they start. Position is 3.6. Cost per click is, definitely not as good as the other one. It's reasonable. Alright, so what I did now is I set up a page that has a frame redirect. And a very important thing here that I wanted to do is I wanted to track. I wanted to see. I mean, the whole experiment is about figuring out which keyword is going to convert into sales for you, right? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Right? So that's the whole point of this experiment, and identifying which keywords put money in your pocket. So what I did to do that, to do tracking, is I used my software Extreme Conversions. Um, no, you can certainly do it by hand, and there's a free report that I have out that shows you how to do it manually. Except that Extreme Conversions automates the whole process for you. So I mean, you can choose whatever means you prefer. The whole point is that you do tracking because it's very important, as we will see now. Okay, so let me show you the template that I used. Here, this is the code that I insert on top, the Extreme Conversions code that automates the tracking for me. The way I get that is the software generates it for me. All I need to enter is the campaign name and the ad group name, such as, so if we go here, so this is what it looks like. You enter a campaign name, yeast infection, for example, ad group name, so in this case it would be causes, enter, and it generates for you a snippet of code that you enter in the software, and a little thing here that you enter where you'd like to include the tracking ID. So if we go back to the page that I have here, right, so this is the snippet of code that goes on top, right? And then down here is my ClickBank hop link, and this is how ClickBank instructs us to do the tracking IDs. Put a question mark TID equals, and then this is the little code of Extreme Conversions that generates the tracking IDs for you dynamically. Now, again, I show you how to do this in a free report manually if you'd like to do that. Okay, so this is pretty much for the campaign, right? And I set it to run on my Google AdWords, and then I let it run for about 3 weeks. It's good to let it run for about a month or so to find out to get a good feel for the market. Some markets will react faster than others. Some markets are a bit slower. So it really depends on the market that you're testing. All right, so the next thing that I do is I go and I look at my stats at ClickBank and find out which tracking IDs generated the sales, and then I will take these and enter them into Extreme Conversions to find out which keywords generated sales for me and which did not. All right, so let's take a look. This is the ClickBank account that I was using to promote this product, and so you can see that some sales have I started it right before uh, right at the end of March. So I got one sale in March, and then the rest are after. All right, so what we do is we go to the report section. All right, so this is the report section. You see here the tracking ID, and you see the different ones, the various ones here that came through through the sales, right, all the way up here. All right, so what we'll do is we'll download it here. All right, it's called My Transactions.csv, and then what we do next is we go to Extreme Conversions, and we would upload it to find out which keywords generated the sales for us. Now, if you were doing this manually, what you would do is in the report that I have that it describes how to do it manually, essentially what you do is you associate a tracking ID with a specific keyword. So what you would be able to do is you'd be able to go here and look at the tracking ID 1723 and then go back to your other Excel sheet where you have it associated with a keyword, and you'll be able to tell which keyword it's associated with. Alright, but if we are using Extreme Conversions, what we do is alright, so we then upload the file, and Extreme Conversions is going to tell us the exact keywords that generated the sales for us.